The Ugly Duckling by Adarina, Claudia, Lisbeth, and Nerita. It was a warm summer day in the country when a duck's young brood began to hatch. One by one, they came out of their shells and began to observe their new environment. "Are you all out?" she asked while rising off the nest. "I guess not. The largest egg lies here still. I wonder how long this will last because I'm quite tired already." And with a displeased expression on her face, she seated herself again on the nest. Finally the large egg broke, and a young one crept forth crying, "Peep, peep." The mother duck stared at it in disgust and exclaimed, "Oh, wow! He is so different from the rest. His feathers are ruffled and flawed. Look how large he is. He looks like he could be a turkey." On the next day the mother duck took her young brood down to the water and jumped in with a splash. "Quack, quack," she cried as she observed her beautiful ducklings jump into the water in front of her. At a distance the mother duck observed the ugly duckling struggling to swim and yelled, "You are no child of mine if you cannot swim." His siblings began to laugh at him, and when he grew irritated he yelled at them, "Be quiet before I hurt you all and bite you with my beak." The mother ignored the quarrel between her children and got out of the water. "Quack, quack, come with me now. I will introduce you to the farmyard. My beautiful children will be the center of attention, but keep close to me in the front, and the ugly one will stay in the back and remain silent." The ducklings did as they were told, and as they walked closer to other animals on the farmyard, an old duck said, "Look, there comes another duck with her children. And what a large and ugly-looking bird one of them is." As the mother introduced her children, he did not feel welcomed by the community, so he walked away from the group. He walked to a tree nearby and saw a cat eating something she caught. He was hungry and did not want to find something on his own, so the ugly duckling walked up to the cat and bit her tail with his beak as hard as he could. The cat meowed in pain and said, "Why, you must be crazy. You have no right to bite me." The ugly duckling looked at the cat straight into her eyes and said, "Well, I'm not sorry. Now give me your food." The cat narrowed her eyes. "Get your own food, duckling, and leave me alone." But the duck had no discard for the cat, so out of impulse he pushed her with his feet and took her food. He held the food in his mouth and walked back towards his family. When he got to them, his mother and siblings were shocked to see that he caught his own food. Before he could take the credit, the cat came up running to the group of ducks and faced the mother duck. "Hey, watch your kid. He hit me and took my food." The mother faced the ugly duckling. "I didn't do it. I caught this, and she tried to take it from me, so I had to push her off me," he said. "He's lying," exclaimed the cat. "Look at my tail. He bit me." The cat turned to give the mother duck a view of her tail, while the duckling continued to protest against the accusations. "Stop," said the mother duck to the ugly duckling. "Your aggressive behaviors and lies are embarrassing this family." The ugly duckling developed so much anger and distrust in his mother. He did not understand why his own mother did not take his side when he believed he did nothing to deserve that treatment. During another night, the ugly duckling walked along the pond and followed the sounds of chicks giggling. He saw 3 chicks throwing pebbles next to their home to see who could throw the farthest. One chick caught eyes with the duckling and shouted, "What are you looking at, ugly?" Feeling mischievous, he shouted back, "I'm looking at someone that doesn't know how to throw." He caught all 3 of their attention and told the oldest, "My grandma can throw farther than that." He lied. "Oh yeah?" the chick responded. "How about that?" he screamed as he threw a rock just a foot farther than before. "That's seriously the farthest you could throw?" "My grandma can throw with her eyes closed," the ugly duckling continued. The chick's siblings commented, "Wow, that's cool," looked at the oldest brother and said, "You can do that." The chick took the challenge, closed his eyes, and swung the pebble straight through the kitchen window of the barn. The mother hen inside rushed out furiously, looked at her 3 sons next to the pile of pebbles, and screamed, "What is the matter with you?" Scared, they pointed at the ugly duckling. "It was his fault." "No, it wasn't," cried the ugly duckling. "He threw it," he continued while pointing at the oldest brother. The accused chick looked back at her. "He told me to throw it, mother. I'm sorry," he said as he cried in her arms. The hen recognized the ugly duckling and took her son's word that it was his doing. "What is wrong with you, you ugly little thing?" He did not feel the need to explain his actions to anyone, so he began to walk away. "You're crazy," she shouted at him. The ugly duckling turned around and yelled, "I'm not crazy. You just don't understand me." "We don't understand you? You don't fit in with us. Who could understand a psychopath like yourself?" said the hen. "It's obvious that not even your own family wants you. Who would want a lying manipulator as a child or sibling?" "I'm not a liar. You don't have a clue what I've been through. I'm done with this place. I'm running away and I'm never coming back." He turned and walked away from the hen. He would have gladly lived with his siblings and mother if only they supported him and stopped trying to change him. He knew he wasn't accepted in the farmyard, so he ran away that night. The ugly duckling eventually turned into an ugly, full-grown duck. As he grew up, he continued being destructive towards property and violated the rights of animals who he came in contact with. He later vandalized a statue in another farmyard and was forced to see the local duckologist, where he experienced cognitive behavioral therapy in addition to group therapy, which is where he met his father. He also had similar behavior patterns when he was younger and had been seeking treatment ever since he left his family. Both the father and son were never cured from their disorder, but therapy helped as a form of treatment for their impulsive and destructive thoughts. And for the first time in his life, the ugly duckling felt like he was seen and understood for who he was. The end.